Hello, and welcome back to Legacy of Leaders, where we interview the brightest and most interesting leaders in the community. I'm your host, Whitney Mincey, joined by a very special guest, Miss Cleo Michael from Set Yourself Free Life Coaching. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So for those people that have not heard of Set Yourself Free Life Coaching, tell us a little bit about it and how you got into that.
Okay. So it's really, what I do is I guide women who are overwhelmed with being emotionally stuck to get unstuck so that they can achieve emotional freedom. And I kind of got into that because of my work with working with people with substance abuse issues.
Yeah.
I was a counselor for about 16 years, and that's kind of where the passion came from. And after working in the field for a little bit, I decided to make a transition into coaching.
That's incredible. So is there a certain type of woman that you help in particular? Like, I know you said you started in substance abuse, but I assume that there are a wide variety of people that could benefit from your services. So tell me a little bit about who that person might be.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It could be, like you said, a wide variety of women, but in particular, a woman who, as I said, is feeling emotions such as grief or fear of failure, self-doubt, low self-worth, you know, feeling that they are overwhelmed with those feelings, and then feeling, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being this way. I don't want to experience this low self-worth anymore, or this fear of failure anymore. I'm tired of doubting myself, and I really want to achieve my goals. So they're at the point where they're tired of being sick and tired, and they want help to get to the next level. So that would be the particular client.
And so let's assume there's someone watching right now that's like, oh man, that's me, sign me up, I need help right now, actually yesterday, right? What does it look like when someone signs up in the process of working with you?
Okay, so the first step would be going to my website where they can click on a complimentary consultation, and then we would get to talking about, you know, what's their issues, kind of finding out a little bit about, you know, what they want out of coaching, and if they're ready for coaching, first of all, right?
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
And then after that process, then if it's a good fit and they're ready to rock and roll, then we schedule their sessions.
And how many sessions do they get, or how long does that last?
So right now I have a 90-day package, which comes down to 12 sessions. So that really works out to being once a week, meeting with me once a week for 90 days and working through the steps of, as I said, you know, that being overwhelmed with whatever the emotion is, and then we work through identifying how it's affecting them in the present, and then add some solutions to it. Okay, now what can we do? What steps can we take to move past that?
So I'm sure you probably get this question all the time, but what's the difference between working with you and maybe working with a therapist to talk about similar issues?
Well, with therapy, they kind of work, you know, they look at everything in a broader sense, look at their past. We do similar work, but from a coaching standpoint, you're really focusing on right now, what can we do right now to really transition forward. We don't really go too much into the past, because that's the work of a therapist, right? To really delve into those deeper issues and stuff like that. And we may look at it because it's important to see how our past is affecting us in the present, but we don't delve as deeply into it, and I don't diagnose people and stuff like that. So that would be the job of a therapist.
Got it. So the people that want more immediate results are going to come to you. Right. Makes sense. Well, it looks like we're almost out of time. I know you mentioned you have an upcoming event. Tell us briefly about that.
Yes, I do have a free event on November 11th at 11 a.m. You can register for it on my website, and once you register, you put your name and information in, and they'll give you a Zoom link. And the name of the event is the Empower Her Celebration.
Oh,
yes, and
I love that.
Really, we're just, well, I am, and I have 5 other keynote speakers that will be speaking. Phenomenal women that are doing great things in their communities, and the goal is really to help women to see that even though we face things in life, adversity, we can overcome them. And here are the steps you can take to overcome them.
Yeah.
But most importantly, taking the time to inspire everybody who's listening to it to take the time to empower her being the next woman, a young woman, you know, children, taking that time to inspire them and empower them so we can eradicate some of the issues that we're dealing with today.
I love that. Well, Cleo, thank you so much for being here today. And if you're interested in this event or Cleo's services, make sure you go to iwannabuzz.com to learn more. And we will see you next time on Legacy of Leaders.